Welcome back, everyone. Right, so today I am handing the show over to you guys. This channel is the voice of the people, and that's who we're going to hear from today, you, the viewers. Now, before we get into the show, I've got a couple of things I just need to run past everyone. Firstly, the number that you guys have for this show is for you to send in your WhatsApp audio and video messages only, please. That phone is not with me. It's with one of my moderators, and they've had a lot of people calling and texting that number, sending regular WhatsApp messages. I'm not going to see those guys. Please remember that. So it's audio and video messages only, and my moderator sends over what they consider to be the best of those messages. Now, if your message doesn't appear on the show, please don't be offended. It could be for a number of reasons, including sound issues, the length of the message, or the quality of the video. Lastly, before we get into today's action, the lady that sent in an audio a couple of weeks ago, she was too frightened to leave her own home. She'd lost one of her sons. I meant to give you a call, but unfortunately, we've misplaced your number. So if you see this, please WhatsApp in again so that I can give you the promised call. And later on in this video, if you're one of my old watch viewers, a lot of you will know I was a former watch dealer for many, many years. I have my own watch brand, and they are now being delivered to the people that have purchased them. They, of course, will be mostly my older watch viewers, but I'll show you guys later on anyway, and see what you think. Right, let's get into it. First of all, we have this message coming up from someone that had served in the army and is a viewer to this channel.
Hello, Mr. Paul Thorpe. My name is Daniel. I'm 25 years old, ex-British Army Grenadier Guards. Just want to say, mate, love the show. A big, huge supporter of Tommy Robinson. I got into Tommy about a couple of years ago before I went into the army. I was junior soldier, I enlisted at 16. Everything that's going on is just what Tommy Robinson's been saying for years now, and it's like even my own parents are still asleep, and I try and wake them up. It's very difficult. So, it's now or die sort of thing. I'm frightened for my family, and their future, my children's future. Not specifically me, because I don't have children, but my nephews and nieces and stuff. It's scary, but like you said, stand and fight, come off the hour, come off the man. I mean, I come from a long family of train drivers. My grandfather worked on the British Railways, when proper railway back then. And it's everything I could just see just falling apart around me, and it's terrifying. It's like, I've got an inheritance coming up, and I think to myself, do I just bugger off to America or something? But I thought, no, I can't just leave. I've got to stand and fight. So, but yeah, 1 second. This is my military service, my veterans card. But yes, the way veterans are looked after is appalling. I struggle myself, I could just about work, but it is what it is. So one question I'd like to ask regarding the 26th, which I do want to come down there. Where are we meeting up? Now, whereabouts do we all meet and gather together? That would be my question.
Thank you very much for that. So we are mustering from 11 a.m. onwards outside Victoria Station. 11 a.m. is the muster time, and we'll be starting our celebration at 1 o'clock. So 11 a.m. from 11 a.m. As long as you get to Victoria between 11 and 1 p.m, you'll be fine. I did a video a couple of days ago, and we spoke about the RNLI. And this audio message came in from one of the viewers.
Hi, Paul. Just let you know the RNLI operate under safety of lives at sea regulations. If there's a possibility that somebody might be killed or hurt, they have to go out. The government is abusing that.
Yeah, I guess, I guess they are under, they would have a procedure, if you like. My point the other day was I think the RNLI are playing a role in bringing sometimes dangerous people to our shores. And I wonder how the people that work for the RNLI, and indeed their families, how they feel about that. This gentleman sent in a audio about subservience and our unions.
All right, Paul. I'm Steve Coppolo. Couple of points that your other followers mentioned today. One of them said he didn't know what the end game was. Well, the end game is a subservient population, okay? And the only way that can be achieved is through fear, and that's what they're doing to us now. That's what they've been doing to us for at least the last 20 years. They make you frightened, whether that be frightened of terrorists, frightened of diseases, frightened of the environment. It's fear. And then they'll come along and say, yeah, we've got these problems, you're scared, we can help you. And people become subservient. And the reason they want that is so that we can serve them, so they can carry on with their crooked, corrupt lives, supported by us. We're supporting them. By going along with all their games and their fear, we're supporting them. Okay? And that brings me on to the second point. Trade unions, another one of your members made a really good point about trade unions. Listen, I've been a trade union member for over 30 years. I was in the fire brigade union all the time I was working, and I'm still an out of trade fire brigade union member. Not for much longer, because the unions are doing the same thing. They'll create problems that they say they're going to help you and support you through, as long as you keep giving them your money. Keep giving them your money, swear allegiance to the political party that they support, and they'll help you. Okay? Well, let me tell you, my union are strongly affiliated to the Labour Party, and any problems we've ever had, any disputes we've ever had, have been under the Labour Party, and it's the same old story. Yeah, we're faced with this threat, we're faced with that threat, but look, don't worry about it, because we're here. Give us your money, we'll sort it out for you. Well, I'm sorry, all they've ever done is let us down. So I think the trade unions are the same thing as the Labour Party, just on a smaller scale. And it's the same story. Keep serving us, and we'll pretend to keep serving you. Thanks, Paul.
Interesting comments there. I mean, this week I've seen evidence of both the Unite Union and the NUT, National Union of Teachers, sending out correspondence, communications to their members to come out and oppose us on the 26th of October. Now, why would they possibly be doing that? Why would the unions be wanting to oppose all the things that we stand for? It really doesn't make any sense to me. If you're a member of a trade union, you'd be well advised to check up exactly what they're doing and what they're all about. This audio came in, and it's on the Nigel versus Tommy situation.
Hello, Paul. I'm just messaging regarding Nigel and Tommy. I've been a supporter of Nigel since he first came onto the political scene. Finally, I thought I had a glimmer of hope for this country when he became leader of Reform. I went to the Reform Party conference earlier in the year and paid up my membership fee. Tommy, I've always supported Tommy from a distance, but got the usual, he's a racist, football hooligan, etc. So I did my research. What an absolute star he is, red, white and blue through and through, true patriot and cares for the country and our children and grandchildren. Though Nigel lately has really shown his true colours, and I don't know what he hopes to gain from it. When asked about Tommy, all he could say was he's doing his thing, Reform are doing theirs. But no, again and again we seem to throw Tommy to the wolves. I've written to Zia Youssef and sent at least 5 emails to Reform HQ, putting my cards on the table. I've made it quite clear that I don't align to the publicised Reform values, and I support Tommy Robinson first and foremost. I've requested a response to my emails yet to be received, and I have asked for a refund of my £25. As I say, I don't align to their values. I'm not what they're looking for, and 4 weeks on, I've had nothing back. Reform, please come out and either show support for Tommy or tell Tommy's supporters they aren't welcome, and you're happy to give them a refund. I'd like to support both, but obviously Reform don't want that.
Look, unfortunately, this is an ongoing situation. I think it is possible to support both. I think we have to look past the personalities. The bigger picture is saving our country. But I very much get and understand what you're saying. This came in from an Irish gentleman.
Hi, Paul. I don't know you'd ever listen to this, but my name's Brendan Meadows, also Gagan. Moved over from Ireland in '84, been in England since 40 odd years. I consider myself Irish and English British. Anyway, about a year or so ago, I went back to Ireland because I wanted to go back home. I tried to get help and ask, and he literally said to me, if I was you, I'd just go back to England because there's nothing over here for you. We can't help you. Whereas, but the help in every other, Tom, Dick and Harry, and I'm Irish, you know what I mean? I was born and bleeding out. I left Ireland when I was 14, 15. You know what I mean? And Paul, this is real as real can be. I'm really telling the truth.
Yeah, there's certainly a lot of discontent out there in Ireland as well as at home here in the UK. Now, we've already heard from a former member of our army. Let's have a listen to an ex-Navy man.
Hi, Paul. I'm a great supporter of your channel. I also support all the hard work that you and the others put in an attempt to save this sinking ship of a country we have. Like you, I'm from South London. I come from Bermondsey. And yes, I am a Millwall supporter. In 1982, age 19, I left London to join the Royal Navy. When my Navy career finished, I never did return, and I never will. After a long career as a land surveyor, travelling the length and breadth of this country, living as far south as Cornwall to as far north as Northumberland, I've finally settled in a small location outside of Durham in the northeast of England. I watched a live stream recently, Paul, where you said the common feeling amongst your audience was that of frustration and despair. One of the common themes I've noticed on a number of your live streams is the frustration your audience experience when it comes to our legal system. Paul, I'd like to make a suggestion. Would you be willing to do a live stream about the legal system of England and Wales where I could appear as a guest and answer any questions and explain the legal system in depth to your audience in an attempt to alleviate any fears or frustrations they might have? Currently, I'm sitting the SQE exam, which is the Solicitor's Qualifying Exam, so I'm more than qualified to be able to answer any of the questions they may have. If you think this is a possibility, please contact me. I would be more than willing to come on as a guest, and hopefully we could make this happen. Keep up the good work, and please don't give up. Fight. That's what I was taught in the Navy. Never to surrender.
Thank you very much for that and for that kind offer. Look, I often do live streams now where I throw the audience or I throw the live stream open to you guys out there, my audience. Please feel free to hop on. And as you say, I'm sure that we'd find it very interesting indeed. Let's have a little listen to this one from another caller who sent in an audio message via WhatsApp to the show. And it's about reform again.
Hi, Paul. Steve Lee here. Once again, thanks for all you're doing and having some of these great guests that you've got on your show. Really worthwhile. I wanted to mention a few things about the Reform Manifesto that you picked out on the other day. First one, obviously, naming Tommy Robinson, which I think is quite a bad thing, but I think it's generally pretty bad to name anyone that you don't really want to be in there, even Extinction Rebellion. I mean, I just think that they shouldn't name names, you know, just leave it as extremists or stuff like that. The other thing is they mention getting rid of left-wing bias. Now, whilst I'd love to see that in a way, I also think that is curtailing free speech and democracy again. You can't really You're going to have left wing, you're going to have right wing views, and they need to be allowed. Whatever, do you know what I mean? It's just, that's the way it is. We have to accept it. So I don't really think that they should sort of be saying that. But anyway, apart from that, it's not too bad, but I do think Nigel needs to get with the people a bit more than he is. All right, cheers, bye.
Yeah, I mean, look, that's a fair point. I think the difference between those on the left and us on the centre right is that we believe in free speech. I certainly do. I believe in the opposition being able to have their say. I think that's important. So, yeah, he's got a point. Let's have a little listen to Pam, who wanted to make her thanks known to the YouTubes. Let's have a little listen. Thanks, Pam.
Hi, Paul. I hope you are well. I just wanted to drop a message, really. My name's Pam, and I'm 65. And in brackets, I'm looking forward to retire next year. Anyway, away from me. It's not about me. It's about you guys. All of you that are what you're doing for people that are alone, people that are scared, people that don't know which way to turn. They don't watch mainstream media anymore because they know it's a load of lies. So I'm just really wanted to thank you all. You, Danny, Richard, Tommy, Mayor Tusi. He is my go-to for the news. I don't watch any news. In the car I listen to streaming music, so I don't listen to any local news. Honestly, I don't listen to anything anymore, Paul, because it's all a load of bull crap. But it was just really to say thank you to all of you for what you do for us. I've signed the pledge. I'm hoping to be there on the 26th. I'm just trying to work out how I can be there because I work nights, so it's a bit difficult. But anyway, nothing's too difficult, is it? You know, it's very important. So, this is just about you guys, you know. Thank you. I just wanted to say thank you to you all for what you do. You are a little bright shining star for a certain amount of people. You know that, don't you? All of you. Not just you, all of you. You know, it's good to have a laugh and a giggle because basically it's shit out there, isn't it? It really is shit out there. What we're going to do, I don't know. Where's it going to lead? I don't know. And I dare not think because I, like you, have got grandchildren. The youngest is 5, so there you go. I don't know. I don't know what the answer is. I just really haven't got anything to say on it, really, because I'm speechless. I just wanted to come on and thank you, guys. That's all I've got to say. Thank you.
Oh, bless you, Pam. Thank you so much for that, and I'll pass that message on to the other guys as well. Really appreciate it. Look, I think that a lot of people, it is important that people have a voice, isn't it? It's important that you have somewhere to go to vent your frustrations and feel that you're not alone. So any part that we can play in that is obviously a benefit for everyone. Some more uni advice here from a viewer.
Hi, Paul. My name's Mick. Regularly watch your show. Great shows you do. I'd just like to say about this business with that's on your show today about people in unions with their funding going towards the Palestinian movement and support. What every union member can do is redirect their union political fee, which is charged, I think it's about 5 or 10%. So it might not be a lot, but it soon mounts up with everybody that's in the union. They can redirect it to a charity or something like that if they choose, or another political party. They doesn't have to go to the Labour Party. It's their choice. But if every union member withdrew their political levy from their union fee and had it redirected, it would make one hell of an impact, believe me. It would affect the Labour Party and it would affect a lot of these things that are going on. Although these Palestinian marches are all backed by Qatar and places like that, because all the signs are all made up. All the scarves that they wear, these Arab style scarves. They're specially made for these protesters to buy. So that's my point of view on it. And see you on the 26th of October. Looking forward to another great day. Well done, everybody.
Thank you very much. And yeah, indeed, see you on the 26th. I mean, good advice again, read unions there. Look, my dad was a trade unionist many years ago, but times have changed, obviously. And, you know, when you see communications coming through from unions like NUT and Unite to stand against what we're trying to achieve, they're making themselves the enemy of the British people, in my opinion. If you are a member of a union, you really need to check up what they're up to in the background. This is all about, this little video came in about uniting. I particularly enjoyed this one. I think it's a very strong message.
I want to say thank you for talking to June. I've wanted to say from a long time about her, and you two are both very, very inspirational and are absolutely amazing individuals and spreading the truth, which is what we all need. I really wanted you to understand that I heard June quite a while ago to say that you need to let Tommy, Nigel and everybody else fight on different fronts. Not to join forces, but for me, it's join in the middle. Meet up, and there we can celebrate the victory. But I want to thank you so much. I want this video to go out. I'm not bothered if it does. But I just want you to know from the deepest of my heart that both of you are the reason why I'm keeping sane. And I just want everyone to know that we all have to fight on different fronts. We don't have to be friends at the moment, but we can be friends when we reach the victory line. It took 5 years for us to get rid of the Nazi party in Germany, and it's going to take us about the same time again. Having listened to you both there, I hope you both understand each side, and that we do have to unite all together who are on the right side of politics. And I want to thank you from the deepest of my heart as well, Paul, that you have become, well, you changed everything. Once I saw your video about moving to Spain, because I was thinking about doing the same thing. I'm fortunate enough that I speak the language and I have family that are there as well. But you changed my mind. And on the 1st of June, I attended to see what was going on in the country. And on the 27th of July, it was one of the most proudest moments. It was the most proudest moment since David Beckham scored that penalty in 2002 against Argentina. That was the last time that I felt so proud to be English or British, whichever way. I want to thank you so much. And I want to say to everybody, we don't agree at the moment. We're fighting on different fronts. We all landed on different beaches, or we flew in from the air. But we will meet at the finish line, and we'll all celebrate together. Peace, and God bless all of you.
What a great message. I mean, you know, he's using some good analogies there, and I agree with him. Like I said the other day, Nigel, Tommy, you know, whoever you want to talk about, we should all be part of the same team, as it were. We don't have to get on as team members, but what we shouldn't be doing is stabbing our team members in the back. Let's hope that rift can heal and that things can be put right. I'm sure they will be. This is a very emotional message as well, coming in from a London man.
I just want to thank you for actually trying to save the country. I think it's too far gone, if I'm honest. Like, how much time we protest, we moan or cry or whinge about what's going on. I think it's already done. I think the damage is there. Do you know what I mean? All we can do is just talk about it in amongst ourselves, just to get off what's dragging us down, if that makes sense. Because, like, we can see it. We can all see it. I think the higher ups can see it as well. I just think it's just their own little agenda where they like all this anarchy, and they like people hating people, and they like religions hating religions, races hating races, because it's their plan. That's what they want to do. They want to control the whole population. Exactly when it comes to COVID and stuff, you know. Even that was a complete and utter lie. But when it comes to the English culture now. That's gone. Like even the Cockneys, you know what I mean? I'm Dagenham originally, but the Cockney and then the just everything about the English heritage as it was is gone. No, you got people talking like yardies and that in the East End. You know what I mean? You got white kids walking about, acting and talking, flipping like a yardie and this. And at the end of the day, so at the end of they're growing up and they're growing up in it. So they're just gonna be the way that the world is now because that's all they've known. Whereas our identity and everything that we've sort of grown up with is slowly going, and we are slowly disappearing. We really are. And if we say anything, as I said, we're racist, we're far right, we're everything that they can chuck at us with, you know, because it's easy doing that. It's easy just calling us racist and whatever because it sort of it's the now on everything. Do you know what I'm saying? If that makes sense. But we ain't that. We're just completely, utterly scared of how it's gone. Do you know what I mean? Like with me, you know, I remember, like, don't get me wrong, when I was younger, other schools and stuff with another village because my mum and dad moved out, cheap houses to a village. We used to meet up with other schools to have a Barney, but it was like just we didn't even really have a fight, if I'm honest. And none of them used to show up. We used to climb the trees, and then when they did show up, just chuck things at them, like. But it was nothing. It was just silliness. Do you know what I mean? And there weren't nothing like it is now. It was just honestly, like, it's so scary. You got people like machetes and stuff like that because they can't use their hands. The amount of times that I've got flipping, I've had a bit of that, like when I was younger, because I was complete and utter soul, and my nose has been broke and this, that, and whatnot. But it's just fair enough. That's my past, but I weren't going about wanting to knife the geezer that flipping at the end of the day won in the fight that we once had, sort of thing. And we was kids, and it was just, you know, I don't know when it comes to any violence and stuff like that. I wouldn't, I don't advise that to anyone, but I'm just saying what I was like when I was growing up. You know what I mean? And it was just, it weren't any fight, any whatever is not good. No one should do it, and no one should even go down that path. But I'm just saying, me growing up, that's how it was, and it just ain't what it is now. It's just so, like, gangs and stuff like that, and it's just ridiculous. It really is, and it's just not the England that I grew up in. And more people move out because they want to get rid of it. They want to run away from it, and the reason I want to run away from it is because they're scared. And then when they do run away from it, it starts. I start knocking things down and building houses, then it starts creeping over there as well. So it's like, we've got nowhere to go. And that's not a race thing, that's not nothing, that's just a culture thing. At the end of the day, cultures clash. And me personally, I think that with this knife gang culture thing, whatever, it's like the import of America. And the Muslims, like the way that they are, this is a Christian country, peace, love and unity, and all that peace, love and unity is just slowly diminishing. And the reason it's diminishing is because of different cultures in a community will not get on. At the end of the day, I'm a Christian, born again Christian. I don't believe what a Muslim's going to say, like, about his religion, because I think it's false. Jesus Christ is the only way. But when it comes to a Christian, I'll listen to the person, and especially when it comes to, like, gay people, or I don't agree with it, but it don't mean that I dislike you, or I can give you advice, I can do this, do that, but it don't mean that I hate you, I dislike you, I think you should go to hell. It just means that I don't agree with it. That's it. Do you know what I mean? And it's like, but when it comes to their religion, it's completely different. Completely different. And if you've got all them sort of people in that community, they're not going to get on. And that's what's happening now. And then when it comes to the old bill and that, they stand down. But when it comes to us, they don't. It's just an absolute joke. I'm just so scared of... I ain't got no kids, and I'm glad I ain't got any kids, because it's just going to get worse. And it is getting worse. I've got a little dog, a little puppy, and I worry about this little this little monkey and all, you know what I mean? Because it's like, I don't know, I don't even want him growing up in this world. It's so silly, I know, but it's just England's just, honestly, it's absolutely ridiculous. It really is. And there's so much more things that I want to say, but I think 7 minutes is enough. And but listen, I love your work, I love everything that you're doing, and yeah, just keep it on, mate. Sweet as top stuff, and yeah, good luck, brother.
Well, it's so disheartening to hear such despair, but, you know, I mean, a very important message again. And thank you for that. We've got another video coming up in just a minute, but before we do that, please forgive me for addressing my older audience. That's, I'm not sure how many of them still watch, but as many of you will know, I was a former luxury watch dealer, nearly 40 years in the business, one way and another. And just before I stopped talking about watches on YouTube, I teamed up with a company called Helium, who, in association with myself, we produced my own watch brand. And here it is. It's in stock, being delivered now to those that pre-ordered it. Absolutely delighted with it. I'm, excuse the shameless plug, I'm wearing the white model. See the Union Jack on the side, and on the back of the case back as well, there is also a Union Jack as well, engraved into the case back. That's the black model. These are on the NATO style military straps. They also come with a rubber strap as well. Very comfortable, absolutely fantastic. They're stainless steel, PVD, black coated, hard wearing, and will serve you well. Here's a little video of my own watch brand that is now ready and available below. There you go. They are shockproof, waterproof, lefty proof, woke proof, and they're patriotic. So if you're into your watches, the link to the shop is below in the video description. As I say, these have been in the making for almost a year. Those of you that have ordered them, many of you will have already received them. If you haven't, they're on their way. I've had a quick costume change. I'm now wearing the orange version. And if you want to support me, support the channel, and get yourself a very nice watch in the process, that's how you can do it. Right, let's have a little listen to our last video, our last audio of the day first. This lady called in about mosques in the north.
Just a really quick message to say thank you, Paul, and your team for everything you're doing, and to just bring public awareness that several mosques that I've seen in the Greater Manchester district have got 24-hour security on. 12-hour shifts, 3 of them work, and the 12-hour overnight shift, another 3 of them work. And I can't even comprehend the amount of wages that will be paid to them. And I know for sure that the government are paying, and I also know that they've got this till the end of October. But if the mosque asks for some more security, it will be given. And I just can't see any publicity on this. I just think people should be aware. Thank you.
Well, I don't think any place of worship in the UK should require security. And I know that some of the synagogues in North London have required that too, since the events of last October. And it just goes to really highlight the problems that we have in this country. Let's have a little listen to our last video message of the day. This comes from a gentleman in Bristol.
Hi, Paul. I'll try and make this quick, mate. I posted one video, but it's too long. Over 11 minutes long, so I'll try and cut this down to 6.5 minutes. My name's Tony. I'm from Bristol, South Gloucestershire, east of Bristol, a little village called Downend. I used to work for the local authority up until the 30th of August. Circumstances arose in July when I was suspended halfway through the shift. Sent home, suspended on full pay, pending an investigation. Basically what it was, before the 3 young girls got horrifically stabbed and murdered, it was the general election. Of course, Labour got in, and everyone's passions were running high. Me and my friends, we all think like, we're all on the same wavelength. We flooded Facebook, with, comments and captions and photographs, of all these illegal immigrants, stuff like that, and other areas of society where it's all gone Pete Tong, I posted one caption on there, and a stranger, apparently, from Barnsley, picked up on it and reported me to the council. Now, the local authority act on it. HR had to be seen to be doing something. Basically, I booked the code of conduct. Little did I know at the time, I thought I was doing no wrong, just voicing an opinion and raise public awareness that things are going to get worse. They're bad now, but they're going to get even worse. And lo and behold, look at the last 12, 14 weeks. They have. Anyway, I got suspended on full pay from Tuesday, 9th of July. 4 weeks later, I was invited in for a investigating meeting, or part of the investigation. They asked me why I posted it. I said, well, was that a racist remark? And they said, we're not saying it's racist, but you broke the code of conduct. So what do you mean? Well, diversity and equality. You're saying that all immigrants, everyone arriving on the shores are illegal immigrants. I said, well, the majority are. And I said, and I said, why did you post it? I said, well, to raise public awareness, to watch out, for your kids, your families, your daughters, your wives, that it's going to get worse, And he said, well, you should have posted it. I said, well, I did. And I said, it's not a racist comment. And they said it we're not saying it is. My daughter's married to a Sikh, so her name now is called Singh. So I use social media and Facebook as a tool. So anyway, after the investigating meeting, a few more weeks went on, I got invited in for a disciplinary meeting. Now, during this time at home, I had a plan of action, and I thought, no, I'm not going to be sacked for this, I'm not going to be dismissed, I've already resigned. So I updated my CV, got in touch with pension people, I had a few conversations with housing benefit people, stuff like that. So financially, I'd done my calculations. So when I went in on the 30th of August for the final meeting, I apologised again for what I did. I said because it brought the council into a lot of embarrassment. And I said, I read out a written statement. I call it final statement of defence, final letter of defence. I, again, explained to him why I posted it. And at the very end, the last paragraph said, for immediate effect, I'd like to inform you that I'm resigning. So I resigned from a career of 15 years, where I've been with them for 15 years this month, October. So I've been out of work 14 weeks now. So I've had a few job offers, I've had a few opportunities, but I've had to walk away from them because they're not the right ones. So basically, I haven't been working for 14 weeks. I'm looking for a job. I lost my livelihood over this. The chances are I would have got sacked, but I didn't want to give them the satisfaction or the pleasure of doing so, so I resigned. But basically, mate, there's no freedom of speech no more. I'm very careful what I put on Facebook nowadays. And, you know, obviously at a time I was paranoid about having a knock at a door. You know, you hear all the stories about the police coming around to your house. It hasn't happened yet. I hope it doesn't. I pray it doesn't. So that's my situation. That's my experience of what's happening lately. And it's cruel, mate. It's sort of despicable. And even to this day, what I don't know who it is, somebody from Barnsley, but a few people said to me, do you think it was done inside an inside job? It was made up, this fabricated stranger. I went, possibly. You don't know, mate. You just don't know. The union told me you'll never know who it was.
Now, I know that was a long video, but it's very important that we understand the context of this, and it's very important that we understand what's going on here. This guy was under the threat of being fired because of his political beliefs. Now, if you turn that situation around, the unions this week are sending out communiques to their members that are more political than what Tony had to say on his private Facebook page. Will anything happen to them? Will anything happen to those teachers or the people that belong to the Unite Union who attend the anti-Patriots Day? The answer to that is no. Now, my advice to anyone who comes under any pressure from in their workplace for their political beliefs, do not succumb, do not resign. Go and see HR, tell them you know your rights, and if they fire you, you will take them to an industrial tribunal and seek compensation. They have absolutely no right to fire you because of your political beliefs that you are legally entitled to have in this country. So I just wish Tony had gone to see his solicitor before handing in his resignation. Hope you find a job soon, mate, and get yourself settled. Right, guys, that is it for today. Thank you so much again for joining us. As always, have a great week, and I will see you again soon. All the best, everyone. Take care.